Hey, hey. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Let me get my camera situated. I'm live on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm coming today with Tuesday Talks with Carrie. So my name is Carrie. A little bit about me. I'm a wife, a mom, a pharmacist, a leader within doTERRA Essential Oils, and I'm also the co-founder and owner of Natural Shift, which is a community for people that want to really take the upgrade in their complete health and work on their habits. And so today, I got this question last week. I was talking about the new Adaptiv line that just was released at convention, and somebody asked if I could go into more detail about it. And so I thought that was the perfect question because there is so much to learn and know about this blend and this system. And so that's what we're going to do here today. There'll be some talk about chemistry and about all the ways that and why they put the things that they put in these blends and in this supplement. And so if that's a little bit too deep for you, just pull out what you can digest right now, come back to it. There's so much goodness here. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. So first, this is what we're talking about today, this supplement system. There is a capsule, there is a touch roller bottle, and there is also an oil for diffusing. So let's talk about the essential oil blend first, and then we'll talk about the supplement. This whole system is a multifaceted approach to help with stress and overwhelm, and it's really a mood management system. This essential oil blend smells amazing. When I first smelled it, I was like, this is insane. It's just the best smelling thing. It's my most favorite blend that doTERRA has by far. And when I first smelled it, I just knew that this was going to be something super special. So it contains floral oils, it contains tree oils, and it also contains herbs. So let's kind of go through these and see why they put certain ones in this blend. So first off, there's lavender. And lavender, we know a lot about it. A lot of us have that in our home. It's very calming. It has a compound called linalool in it, which is super calming. They also put magnolia, which has actually more linalool than lavender. So it's one of the most calming essential oils. They also put neroli, which does have some linalool, but it also has linalool acid, which and the limonene, which is also uplifting. So it's calming and uplifting at the same time. Copaiba, which we know most of us, I should assume, right? Copaiba is a powerhouse oil. And so it has a lot of grounding benefits as one of its properties. It has beta-caryophyllene in it, which is great for grounding. And it also is good for addictive habits. So that's going to help us here. It has spearmint, which is uplifting because of the carbone in it. It has rosemary, which has alpha-pinene in it. And that is great for reducing stress. And if you smell it, you might smell a hint of spearmint. Actually, these are listed in order of amount. And so it's going to have the most lavender and then down from that. It also has rosemary. I just mentioned that one, sorry. Sweet gum. And that's a different one than we're probably used to. I've actually never seen this one, but it's really, really interesting. What a friend shared in some research. I'm going to pass that on to you. So it's very calming, sweet gum is. It's great for pain support, and it also has some interesting infection properties to it. And so it's distilled in much of the same way as frankincense is. And it has some ischemic acid in it, which is actually the precursor to a drug that they use to treat the flu. So if you've ever been treated for the flu, you've probably used this medication. Excuse me. And so this is actually the precursor for that, which interesting properties, right? And so that's sweet gum. And it also has wild orange, which is very uplifting. It has limonene in it as well. And so the uses and the way that you would use both of these oils, that one comes in the touch form. So it's meant to be used topically. And when it comes in a touch form, that means that it has these essential oils, plus it also has the fractionated coconut oil. And so this is going to be great to use on your wrist. I love to put it right here. Maybe you get the aromatic benefits too. You could also put it behind your ears and on the back of your neck if you choose to do that. This one's great for kids. You can use this in kids as well. And it's just a really convenient thing to carry with you as well. So I usually carry this in my purse. I actually had to go get it from my purse outside to show you here. And I just love to use it on the go. And if I'm just feeling overwhelmed, actually, recently I was coming home from teaching a class and it ran a little bit long, and I was just like, I just kind of had that overwhelming feeling like my head was starting to hurt, and I just maybe felt a little anxious. And so what I did was I used the Adaptiv Touch, and I put that on my wrist, and I rubbed it in and then held it, and then I also used Copaiba with it, and I'll share a little bit later how those have very synergistic effects used together. And within probably 10 minutes, I felt a lot calmer. My head tension had kind of gone away, and I just felt normal. When usually without these tools, I would just have had to go to bed because I just felt just headache, tired, overwhelmed. But it's amazing what these tools can do. So that is the touch bottle. And then this is the regular oil bottle, I guess you could call it. This one's really great for diffusing. And so if you've never been to like more of a basics class, there's 3 types of ways that you can use essential oils. There's topically, aromatically, and internally. And so this system covers all of those. And this oil is meant to be diffused, which works in a different way. So you're kind of working that limbic system as well. So uses for this, and really for this whole system, are stress, anxious feelings, addictions. You can actually use this for pain. Remember, the sweet gum had pain as one of its supporting properties. And you can also use it for grief. So if you're just feeling those just stressful, anxious, depressive even feelings, this is going to be really great to use. So let's talk about the internal supplement. And this is where we're spending most of our time because it has essential oils, but there are also other things in here that are very, very interesting as to why they put them in here. So let's go through those. So first are the essential oils that go in here. And this is going to be lavender. So lavender internally works very, very good as far as calming the body. It's been studied to be as effective as some other medications that they might give for just anxiety, for calming you down. I can't really say that compliantly, right? I can't say that type of medication, but there's been studies out there. So if you want to go check it out, you can. But very, very effective when used internally. So lavender is in there, coriander and fennel, they help heal the gut. And so there's lots of different studies that show that there's correlation between gut health and brain health. And so that's why those are in there. And then wild orange, taken internally, is also known to be very anxiolytic, very calming. So that's why those specific oils are in this supplement. And so now let's go to some other things that are in here, some herbals. So there's GABA, which is gamma aminobutyric acid. You don't have to say that. You can just say GABA. There's 100 milligrams of that. And this is a neurotransmitter. And this binds to the GABA receptors, which control your limbic system. So this is how we can kind of put the brakes on how we deal with stress, right? We can kind of, when stress kind of seems to get out of control, this is how we put the brakes on that. And so this is going to help how we react, how we perceive stress, trauma, those types of things. This is shown to have really great neural benefits because it can pass the blood-brain barrier. That's something really important. It's an inhibitory transmitter, so that's why I'm saying it kind of puts the brakes on the brain. And it helps promote sense of calm and relaxation. And it can also help prevent involuntary muscle contractions. So that's a compliant way to say another word, but I can't say that. So you can maybe understand what I'm talking about, but it can really help to slow those contractions down, help your body control that better. It can also enhance a restful sleep. So this is why a lot of people like to take Adaptiv at night. It really helps restful sleep and helps your body come to a state of restfulness. So let's go to the ahi flower. This is another component in here, and this helps increase focus and cognitive function. And so the ahi flower is an omega-3. It's a plant-based omega-3, which our brain is 80% fats. And so fats are very, very vital to our neural function. And I just remember a really, really quick story. I used to stare at a computer screen all day at the pharmacy, and I would have mild headaches every single day in the afternoon. I didn't know what was going on with that. And then when I started the supplement, the Lifelong Vitality Packet has an omega component in there, and my headaches went away right away. And so sometimes when we can't focus, or we're having headaches, or we're having different things, that's because we're really, our brain's telling us, I don't have enough fuel. I can't I can't really focus and I can't concentrate. So just a side note, that's why this is in here though. So this is rich in cetonic acid, which is an omega-3. Hey there. And it's going to be something that actually enters your bloodstream more readily than an omega. Fish oil has DHA and EPA, some of the things that we've heard that we really need in our diet and in these supplements. This has that in there. And so studies show that there's an increase in anti-inflammatory interleukins, and this can really help to combat that. So really quick here, I wanted to just include this, and we'll talk about dosing at the end, but this is recommended to be taken once a day, but I'm going to kind of give you some ideas as far as researching different things that my friend shared as to why this can actually be taken more than once a day. But if you are on some type of blood thinner, you probably need to really be cautious about this, and you can talk to your doctor about it, but this ahi flower can inhibit the action of the blood thinner. So that's going to be something that you might want to look out for. Okay, so last but not least, there is Sclerotinia tortuosum. Try to say that fast. So, and when you look on the bottle, right, they're on here, so you don't have to remember all this, but I want to tell you why they put this in here because it's really, really important. So this is an active alkaloid. There's actually 4 active in there, and this helps stabilize serotonin, which is really, really important when you think about why we take medications for this. That's what we're trying to help our body do, is regulate the serotonin. And so when you regulate it, obviously that's going to help with these feelings that we're having. It's also going to provide us really clear focus. So this works on those receptors, and just like the SSRI type of medications, serotonin reuptake inhibitors, so that's going to help keep serotonin in the receptors, which then helps basically keep them firing, right? And so this herb works on those receptors, and it keeps them regulated in that process, so they do keep firing. But it's interesting how this actually upregulates that process even more, whereas SSRIs downregulate that process. And so this is how people get tolerant to the SSRI type of medications. And so that's interesting how this works, because you're actually not going to see that with this. So this herb is a mood uplifter as well. And so it's going to be really, really helpful when you think about depressed mood, anxious feelings, even sleep, pain, things like that. This is really going to help. And in the studies that were looked up, the dosage for this was about 30 to 60 milligrams, and this pill only has 15 milligrams. And so that's why in the dosage recommendations, there is room for you to increase that. So let's go to that. Let's go to dosage recommendations. So one pill of this contains low dosages of all of these ingredients. And so if you really struggle with chronic anxiety or some type of chronic issue, you're probably going to need a little bit more than that, honestly, and that's totally okay. You're not going to overdose on this. I don't want you to be worried about it. So you can start off taking 1 a day. Whatever time of the day you want to take it is fine. I usually recommend, though, to take it the same time every day, because your body just gets used to that and it can use it a little bit better that way. And so you can start off taking 1 a day. If you feel that you need more, you can take up to 1 to 2 pills twice a day. So you're going to max out at about 4 to 5 pills of this a day. And this is going to be something that you'll just have to see where you fall with that. I would start out at 1, move up to 2, and then just gradually increase. Something that's going to be really have a lot of additive effects to this is to adding copaiba. And copaiba is really great at helping overall body systems work better. And so this is only going to help adaptive work better. So adding 1 copaiba soft gel twice a day would be a really great addition to this. And just think, you're kind of going to have to see, it all depends on the severity. And so, I'm fine with 1 capsule, honestly, and I add copaiba in as needed. But if you're somebody that really, really struggles with chronic issues, you're probably going to need a little bit more support, especially until your body kind of gets a little bit, more used to these different supplements, and maybe you clean up your lifestyle and you're doing these other things to help heal your body. You might not always need that much, but you need more support up front. And so that's a really great addition. I would really recommend taking those 2 together. And then lastly, you can also take Serenity soft gels with this too. A lot of people before we had Adaptiv were only taking the Serenity soft gels during the day and maybe using Copaiba with it because they're really great for these feelings as well. But I want to encourage you to switch to Adaptiv and use Serenity at night, really the way that it was recommended to be used. It's recommended for a sleep aid. And so I think that's totally great to use that at night as well. So if you take Adaptiv in the morning maybe and Copaiba, I would just switch to taking the Serenity at night. So as a whole, I really want to encourage you though to talk with your doctor, of course. If you're on some type of these medications like the SSRI type of medications and you really, really want to get off of them, that's awesome, but you need to talk to them first. And it's something that you need to work with them together about always. And so just in conclusion and in summing this all up, this is going to be powerful for so many people. I can't tell you how many people come and they're like, I need some help with stress. I mean, just, it's funny. I was actually talking to a teacher and I was like, I'd love to bring you a sample. I kind of gave her some different things that she could, use this sample for, use different essential oils for. And she said stress, for sure stress. And so honestly, I don't know many people that don't deal with stress, but there are other types of things that this can help with as well. I mean, situational stress, chronic stress, addiction support, trauma support, PTSD, it's going to be really, really big for those types of backgrounds and people. Grief support, anxious feelings, depression, depressive feelings, all of those. This is where I would encourage you to start. It comes as a pack that you can buy together. It's $82 wholesale, or it comes separate. So the roller bottle is $20. The supplement maybe is $35. I can't remember the exact amounts, but it's going to be a lot cheaper if you buy it in a pack, which is what I usually do because I'm like really scared that I'm going to run out of these before my order comes. So anyway, if you have any more questions about this, I would be happy to answer. I'm going to upload this to IGTV, and it's also going to be saved on Facebook as well. But please share this out. Guys, so many people need this information because they're really struggling in this area. And whether it's from medications that aren't working, maybe they have side effects from the medications, maybe they just don't want to take anything, but they don't know what else to do. This could be life-saving information. Just think about just the increase in suicide, you guys. It breaks my heart every time I hear that. And, I know that all situations are different, but yet was there something that could have been done that could have helped support these types of issues that people were having? I don't suggest that this is the cure-all, end-all, be-all, but this is a really key tool that you can use with lots of other types of support as well. And so I would love to continue this conversation off this video. If you have any questions, you can comment below this video on Facebook, on Instagram, or you can just message me. Just get in touch with me. I'd love to help. If you already have a doTERRA account, either with me or with somebody else, you can go in and order this. It's available right now. And if you don't, I would love to help you get started. It's a simple $35 to get a year-long membership to get these products and any other at 25% off, which is going to be how you want to buy for sure. And you get my help as well. And so I'd love to have you help you that way. So let me know. And it's been great being with you today. I hope this wasn't too much of a deep dive, but I wanted to really go there so you could really understand why and how the supplement system is pretty amazing. So I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.